Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be playing this game called Trigaea. Hope that's how you say it. It looks really cool, and I'll put the link to it in the description below. I'm going to start a new game, and just get right into it. Select your game difficulty. This can be adjusted at any time during your playthrough from the main menu. No, probably. You open your eyes. Green fluid surrounds you. You reach out and you feel your fingers hit something smooth. Glass? You bang on it, bubbles escaping your mouth. Let me out of here! A muzzled crackling noise, and then a tickling around your feet. You look down and you see water twisters draining into the black holes. Your forehead pops above the receding water. It's not long before you're standing there dripping wet and naked. What the hell is going on? Good question. The door hisses open. A voice, crackled and mechanical, speaks through the screens littering the walls beyond. Apologies. Da, se, damage, missing, com. Interesting. You step out, hugging your body. The screens continue to flicker and buzz around you. Even as you stare at them, the charts don't mean anything to you. Hello? Anyone there? A shiver runs down your spine. First things first, I need clothes. That is correct. The room is filled with flickering screens. Behind you is the tube you emerged from, glittering with moisture. Ooh. To your left, there are a few distinctive panels. In the distance, a circular tunnel leads out of the room. I want to examine the panels. The large tube I came out of seems interesting. What's with that console over there? One of those panels looks a little off. Heck yeah, brother. Over on the wall, there's a large panel around 5 foot wide. You walk over and run your fingers along the edges. As you do, a square section the size of your palm begins blinking. Strange. You pause and bite your lower lip. Oh, what the hell? You press square. I don't know about that. Why are you biting your lip? Whoosh! The panel slides in and down, revealing rows of mounted chips. Most of them are charred black, but as you sniff, there's no smell of acrid smoke. A fire, perhaps. Not recent. Okay, what else am I going to examine? What's with that console over there? I thought I heard someone speak. You look for the source of the crackling voice. There's a faint crackling coming from a silvery pad with several rings around it. This must be it. You reach out to touch it. Before your fingers make contact, a ghostly blue light flickers in the air above. As you withdraw your hand, you hear the broken voice again. Prog ergni per quartz proc compi. And then the voice is gone, along with the flickering. Got a busted program, it seems like. I guess I could investigate the large tube. You stare up at the cylindrical tank, large enough to fit you with plenty of room to spare. The door you came out of has closed. It's now sealed with no gaps. I came out of this. Why? You touch the glass, then you touch your neck. And why didn't I suffocate? You stare at your reflection and take a moment to examine yourself. You have striking autumn brown hair, dyed by the skies and seasons of the earth. Your eyes are wide, and inside the circles they're the color of the blue of a pencil, lost and now sought after. Despite the scholarly eyes, your body seems to be at the peak of fitness, which is easy to make out because you're butt naked. You intuitively know you are a woman. Good to know. Your gender is female, is that correct? That's what it tells me. You pull a few faces, your reflection mimics them. Huh. Guess that's what I look like. The room is filled with flickering screens. Behind you is the tube you emerged from, glittering with moisture. Okay, we're back here. To your left, there are distinctive panels. In the distance, a circular tunnel leads out of the room. Search. This is ridiculous. You look around the room, dripping wet. Your eye catches a pile of cloth against the wall. Ooh, clothes! With a spring in your step, you crouch and rummage through the fabric. There's several pairs of pants and tops, all of which are hole-ridden and tattered. Better than I have, though. Great, looks like a start. You slip them on and stare at the tattered ends. You can see your legs and belly in several places. Now, all I need are some socks, shoes, and a frickin' clue about what's going on here. True. At least I got some clothes, but some is better than none. The room is filled, but we're back to this. Leave. So going to the circular tunnel. You scan the room once more, just to be sure, before walking toward the only exit. You travel down a narrow passage. It's not long before you run into a bulkhead, and it's blocking your path. Damn. You press against it. Solid. Surely it's got to open somehow, you think. You search the edges, a shattered panel, and tucked behind it, a lever. You try to pull it down, but it doesn't budge. Sighing, you climb up the wall and grab onto some handholds. Lucky that the handholds were there, but it's a tricky business with bare feet. Placing one foot on the lever, you push your weight downwards. It budges. You hop unceremoniously on the lever until it clicks downwards. The moment it does, the bulkhead hisses and opens. Yes, I did it! After scrambling down the wall, you dart through the door, your heart is thumping in your chest. True. Oh. The second you step outside, you are buffeted with broiling hot wind. You grip the door frame, steadying yourself. You're surrounded by a sea of metal and towering turbines. None of them are spinning. A dead metal behemoth. The inflamed sky is baking everything in the same burnt orange. What the hell is this? The end of the world? You place a hand over your eyes, squinting. The slow scraping and scratching fills the air, the ear-splitting sound of metal grinding on metal. You tentatively place a foot on the dusk outside the door. Dust, not dusk. It's warm under your toes, but not scorching. Sucking in a deep breath, you take a few more steps. And then a few more. Hello? Is anyone here? Your voice echoes across the empty expanse. As you look around, you can see a piece of sheet metal, and someone's booted feet sticking out from under it. Heart leaping, you jog over. With care, you grab the metal and lift it aside. But once you overturn it, you see the shoes are attached to a skeleton. Skeletal shoes. Can I take the shoes? The skeleton is lying on its back, or at the very least its spine. The boots it is wearing have large straps and thick rubber soles. I would like to take the boots and bury the remains. I feel bad for you, but I can't walk around without boots. Sorry, that was my sentiments exactly. I was thinking the exact same thing. You reach down and pull one of them off the skeleton along with its entire foot. You shake the boot and the bones rattle around inside. Crap. After a morbid game of pick the bones out of the boot, you slip it on. A perfect fit. What are the odds? Once you've got the second boot, you look for a place to bury the body. Not far from where you stand, there's a natural depression. You pick the bones up one by one to carry them, starting with the skull and rib cage. Not long now. Just over here. After placing the bones back in order, sort of, you cover what you can in dirt. Afterwards, you're covered in sweat and dust. Undeterred, you stand over the body. I don't know who you are, or were, but rest in peace. Every muscle in your body is stinging from digging the hole. Uh-oh. As you're walking away from the grave site, there's something sticking out of the dirt. What the heck is that? Guess I should check it out. You drop to your hands and knees and comb away the dirt around it. Under the soil is a handgun, unscratched and gleaming. Heck yeah! Pew pew! Wonder if it belonged to them. You glance back in the skeleton's direction. Standing up, you look over to your new weapon. It's got a trigger and a button on the side. Only one way to see what it does. You suck in a deep breath and press the ladder. Why would I press the button? Isn't that supposed to be like the safety? Shunk. Oh, that's cool. A shining blade shoots out from beneath the barrel. You turn the weapon sideways and measure it with your hand. From base to end, the bayonet sticks out just beyond your fingertips, so not just a gun. You press the button again. The blade retracts. After turning it over in your hands, you try a two-handed grip. One of your fingers moves unconsciously above the blade trigger. For some reason, this grip feels right. You have obtained a gun blade. Yeah, gun blade for me. Rumble. You grab at the sharp pain in your stomach, another thing you're aware of. Hunger. Try as you might, you can't see a single green thing around you. Jeez, is there any food anywhere? You walk around the clearing and find nothing. Having checked here and the room you woke up in, you decide to venture a little further. Gotta find some food. Or somebody with food. You glance up at the sunlight. How long will it last? More questions for the ever-growing list. The long metal bridge leads off the clearing and to a new destination. As you walk across it, you can feel the radiant heat through your boots. It's a good thing you're wearing them. Oh, sunburnt feet would be awful. Scrap iron caverns meet you on the other side. As you walk among them, your stomach shrinks and complains. Told to stop. The scrap metal pile next to you bursts apart. The air is filled with whipping and crashing metal. You shield your face with your forearms. Shit! Hot scraping pain assaults your arms. Oof. And then out of the corner of your eye, a gigantic scarlet tail rushes up to meet you. Okay, this would definitely distract you from some hunger, wouldn't it? You roll backwards. Woomph. What a good word. Woomph. A dust cloud fills the air where you were. Your veins are pulsing. Without a thought, you raise your gun blade and pull the trigger. Oh gosh, I hope it's something that's not friendly. Chow! A crimson blast rips out from the barrel. There's an ear-piercing screech. From the dust plume, a shadow grows darker and larger, taking shape, and then it emerges, gnashing furiously. A scarlet-scaled creature is staring at you, its maw wide and full of glistening teeth. Each of its eyes have 3 purple pupils each. And its talons are digging into the ground. It looks completely uninjured. Shoot, strike, subdue, defend, flee, mode lethal. I'm thinking mode lethal. Okay, so I had to I don't want non-lethal. Subdue? I'm gonna try to subdue it. You try to find a good opening to take down the scarlet-scaled beast, but as you move in, it darts forward and snaps. I'll need to weaken it first. Alien creature brings its claws down on you, but you dodge its attack. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so what am I gonna do? I'm gonna shoot. You line up the shot and fire at the alien creature. It connects, dealing 4 damage. Alien creature lashes out at you with its claws, but you dodge its attack. Dexterous gal, aren't I? Now I'm going to... It looks fairly injured. I'm going to strike it. You run in and slice downwards at the alien creature. It connects, dealing 2 damage. I took 2 damage too. Okay, I'm going to try to subdue it now. It looks heavily injured. Subdue. I should have changed it to non-lethal. It's okay. Act of mercy. Subdued someone in combat. I didn't need to end them, so I didn't. It felt like the better way. True. How can I get you to back off? One of the scales near the end of its tail had fallen off, but the monstrous beast had yet to turn its back on you. You edge in front of a steel beam, then clang it with your blade. Oi! Come at me! It roars and charges at you. You throw yourself sideways, feeling the wind rush past your shoulder. A loud clang and the whole beast's body crumples. Before it can recover, you fire at its weak point. A loud blast. The beast howls. Seconds later, it's scampering off and into the distance. You keep your barrel trained on it until it's completely out of sight. The hell was that thing? Something hot is dripping down your forearms. You turn them around. They're covered in crimson lines. Surface wounds. Not too deep. Too bad you've got nothing to clean them with. Every inch of you feels like it weighs 100 tons. Great. There's something sizzling on the ground. You walk over and kneel beside it. It's a half-charred chunk of meat. The half that isn't coated in glittering violet. Did I shoot this off of it? Hope it's not important. You prod the fluid with your blade. This isn't normal, right? Your stomach rumbles again. A deep, penetrating ache is hitting your gut. You turn your gaze at the chunk of meat again. The sunlight is receding on the ground. I'm not gonna eat this alien meat. Oh my gosh. Is it safe to eat? Probably not, but I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat it. Well, it's half cooked already, right? You use the bayonet of your gun blade to cut at the blackened side of the meat. But it flakes off, leaving black dust everywhere. Nothing but charcoal. You saw off the unburnt side, then go look for something burnable to start a fire. No wood, no trees. This is going to be tough. Eventually, you make a makeshift pyre and drag some sheet metal over it. You light it with a blast from your gun blade. The fire is lit, but the plumes of black smoke erupt from it. You cough. Ugh. I don't even want to think about how healthy this is. But needs must as the devil drives. Will I make it? Will the meat be tainted? Who knows? It's a good thing you lit a fire because it's now well and truly dark. You toss the meat onto the metal plate and hear a satisfying sizzle. Turning it around, the glittering violet inside drips out. Gross. Using your bayonet blade, you turn it over. The smell reminds you of something. Lamb, burning sugar, and something undefinable. You cut off a small chunk and bring it up to your mouth. A pause. Then you take a bite. A sour, unpleasant taste assaults your taste buds. You scrunch up your face and keep chewing, and then with great difficulty you swallow. After reluctantly finishing your meal, you stoke the fires. The warm flickering is keeping the darkness at bay. Only a shard of the starry sky is visible above you. I think I'm gonna do this in series, in several videos on this playthrough. Find out next time if I get sick from this purple meat.